He needs a mother. I can't. I hope he
That's all he does too.
Oh, Storage Wars on TV.
No, I can't, I watch it.
So do I. My wife will get.
I have watched it.
She goes, "You're still watching." It's like you still watch the Hallmark Channel.
Good stuff.
Hallmark?
No, but we got one more, right?
Yeah.
Hallmark, Mitch, Hallmark,
$7.
Is it?
We'll call the meeting to order for May 22nd with the pledge of allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You guys don't have enough room for everybody to be in here, there's one illegal meeting. You have to turn to not only most of
There's space right here.
There's more
There's
space.
the box before I.
people out here can't hear. 100% illegal, just tell me.
It would be, I mean, really your call, because we brought this up when you weren't.
We got another seat here.
Yeah. What there's one.
Yeah.
Where's the fire chief?
Yeah, that's true. I mean,
Down to make
yeah.
sure it's working.
You're the next person. Too many people out there. You know what I'm saying?
6 or 7.
They can stand up too. They can come out in here and stand up.
Why stand up?
Yeah, that's fine. Right here, ma'am, if you want. Yeah.
Ooh, you got the sun.
Roll call.
Trustee Cox,
I'm here.
Trustee Foley,
Ma'am.
Trustee Hopkins,
Here.
Trustee Royer,
Here.
Supervisor Allen.
Here. Can we get a motion on the minutes of the previous meeting? I'm Pike, second time.
I'd like to see if the board would just add one thing, because I don't want to take a whole long time like we did
One
last
second,
time.
we got a motion, a second, roll call.
No, we have discussion, we got discussion.
Oh, okay, go ahead, I'm sorry.
Okay. On the minutes, you don't have to change it, that's fine, but, when we had our long discussion about the minute, it just doesn't say anywhere that I disagreed with them anywhere, but that's okay. I played everything, verbatim, then showed you where it was different. But I would like, and I hope the board, will agree with this. It says, next on the agenda was a resolution to dissolve CARD. Trustee Foley made a motion to table due to the fact that he did not receive a letter from CARD with the estimated figures on letterhead, on their letterhead stationery. After much discussion, Trustee Hopkins seconded the motion. Roll call upon 4 yeas. Trustee Cox voting nay, and the motion carried. Supervisor Allen said we could take it up at the next meeting. I also made a motion that we vote on the dissolving, our resolution supporting the dissolving of CARD. I made it very clear. I made a motion. I didn't get a second. And so I just would like that in the minutes.
Make that motion before or after Mike's motion?
It was, he said it right in the beginning, then we talked for 10 minutes, then I made a motion, and, all I want, it's fine my motion died, all I want is just somewhere in there, Trustee Cox made a motion to support the resolution to dissolve CARD. No second?
There should be no reason because there was no second.
You would still document it, but actually, if there was a motion on the floor already, you can't make another motion, have two motions on the floor at the same time. Okay? There wasn't a second yet. Technically, you're supposed to have a motion and a second and discussion.
My question is, this is minutes. This isn't,
I understand.
you know what I'm saying? All I want is it documented in the minutes. That's all. That I have been for this thing for a year. I called you personally. I tried to get the township, Willoughby Farms, hundreds of thousands of dollars, everything. I've been trying for this, and we're this close. I just wanted the minutes that, I didn't just, oh no, I didn't want this, because if you read it, it could read that way.
I have no problem with anybody else and put it in. He made a motion and died for lack of second.
That's right.
We can, I'll agree. Everybody, is that okay with you guys?
That's fine.
Okay.
That you announcing that he made a motion.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I want. Okay, I appreciate it. Sure thing. Anybody else got anything right now?
No, I mean, I'll
May I ask exactly how you want the corrections for raises to go?
Yes, I made a motion that we vote on the resolution put before us endorsing the township to dissolve Collinsville Area Recreational District.
When it was out of order because there was already a motion. Your motion was
So,
never
so
legitimate.
they've already discussed this.
Yeah, they,
So
we
I
agreed
just
to it
do
already.
it?
Yeah,
Right.
let's do it.
We're amending the motion.
We're being nice.
Made a motion to,
That's the resolution to resolve.
Right. And here's,
Which died from our consent. I would agree. I was just hoping that's all.
due
I thought it
to
was,
lack of stuff.
I thought it was made after mine, so it wasn't 100%.
yeah, I mean, I couldn't get it. But I just wanted to discuss things. I just wanted on there that I did want to vote on this. And the reason is a letter went to all the citizens in Collinsville and Maryville, telling what's going, did you get it?
I got it.
And so anyway, and it's just stating, and we're the only board, governing body that hasn't endorsed it. And I wanted us to be a part of that, and that's why I wanted, because the letter and the advertisement and a lot of money was being spent, I wanted this board to say, hey, we're for lowering your taxes.
All these years, nobody invited us ever, all these years,
No, we're in it, but
Yeah.
it's okay.
but not in their group, per se. On the minutes we need to vote on? We
Roll
get
call
On the minutes. Yeah, the amended minutes.
As amended.
as amended. Trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Foley, trustee Hawkins, trustee Rogers,
Yes.
supervisor.
Okay, moving on. This is your time to speak if you want to speak, not afterwards, okay? Input from residents.
I do have a question.
Yes, ma'am.
It seems like a big issue has been card, and I got in the mail giving me the complete breakdown of the financials and where the money's going, and that just seems to be a hot topic here at the board that nobody knows and has seen it in writing. So since everybody's residents of Townsville, I'm assuming the board got this as well. I guess that's my, yeah, it's dated May 6th. And it's addressed to, well, I'm a card, well, it's a card holder, is how it's addressed into our home trust. So, I mean, I don't know if you guys went, honestly, I just, but this seems to be like a hot topic that's addressing the financial status, and it is on the card letterhead, which is also a huge conversation that's been brought up at the meeting. And I know we're just here to make statements, and you cannot answer, which is okay too. But at the last meeting, it was discussed financials a little bit and about benefits, and I was flabbergasted as somebody that's worked, you know, I'm 55, but I've worked my whole life since I was like 13 years old, and I've always paid for my benefits no matter where I work, whether it was at Boeing for 19 years, law firms, wherever. And so I was flabbergasted to hear that nobody pays anything for the benefits here. So I was on the phone, and I was calling different townships. And that's not the norm. So as a taxpayer, I'm surprised. And maybe nobody else is. And listen, if I work for the township, I said, yeah, that's great. But as a taxpayer, I'm like, ooh, wait a minute. I have money taken out of my paycheck every pay period to pay for my insurance and what benefits I choose. So I just think that was an eye-opener as a taxpayer and the amount of employees that we do have. And like I said, I got on the phone and I called different townships. And I said, you know, I'm just curious. Maybe I said, do you pay 100%? No, that would be at least $1,200 a month per employee. We can't afford that. So my question is, how can Townsville Township afford that?
Well, council, before we got here, and I've been here like 41 years, there were, and it's, Townsville's probably one of the biggest townships.
So like I said, honestly, I don't need an answer, because if we start answering questions, we'll have to answer all of them. So that's not what I meant. I think it's just an eye-opener, because that is a lot of money. So that's my concern, and
I don't think the city pays either. I mean, the city pays for their people.
Not to get into discussion, but I think every city employee gets the individual pay.
Right, we're doing township though. And the city
Yeah, I
versus
understand.
township is the difference, right?
I'm sorry?
A township,
Oh, it's different, but yeah. you're
that's what
saying-
my concern was.
And,
I didn't call cities, I only call townships.
okay.
But a lot of townships, what I'm saying, are very little.
But yeah, and, you know, since other folks have chimed in, I'm glad for our employees that they have it so great. And, you know, I just want them to know how great they have it, because sometimes they know, okay, you know, that's great, but, you know, I don't know as a board moving forward if it would ever be a good idea. Just in, again, when it's out there to the public, just to think about, and it shows the public that we're actually looking after their tax dollars, even if it's a $50 deductible at some point, because those 50s add up with all the employees over the time, and that could be an extra health payment, or, you know, it adds up just that little bit, and it shows that you are paying a little bit, you know, so it's something at a later discussion, but.
I think it restarts, the insurance restarts, I think, in January,
Mhm.
if I'm not mistaken. Is that something to look at, making, you know, not, some out of pocket?
Yeah.
Let me pay, you know.
Yeah, because we get the bills, and at the time there's somebody went to the doctor, and we pay the full brunt of everything.
Right.
So, anyway.
Moving on.
I'm not crazy.
Moving on to the general
Oh,
assistance.
oh, I'm sorry, that was just one input.
Okay.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. Anybody else have their hand up?
I'm standing there, Jerry.
I didn't see your hand up, though,
He
I'm
did
sorry.
not sign in.
Oh, you didn't sign in,
Yeah,
sir?
Put my name right here. I don't have to sign it. Okay, here's my name, Bill, 25 Pat Drive, Hospital, Illinois.
Thank
I'm here because I heard a rumor that you're gonna give all the employees a 14.5% increase in wages. Is that true? Is
No.
that true?
Some of our employees were trying to catch up with other ones.
I don't care who's trying to catch up with anything. Is it true that you're gonna give
I know
somebody
exactly what it
14.5%?
But,
Because I think that's entirely unreasonable and bullshit.
well, I guess I'm trying to tell you, over the assessor side, they make a lot more.
I don't care what they make it, it's such and such.
Okay, well, I'm just was giving you my side.
Okay, well, I'm giving you my side, I'm a
I understand.
taxpayer. I think that it's
And you're
bullshit.
welcome to do it, sir.
I've never in my life, I've worked, you know, for 60 years, I've never heard anybody give 14.5%. That's one thing. Now, another thing, understand Mark Partner, quit being the, attorney, and you hired another attorney. How many applicants were there for that, or was it, you just called the Democrat Party and that's what you were to hire?
We just took it for what we thought was the best person.
You thought it was, did you know that he sued Collinsville, and he sued Madison County, he makes his goddamn living suing.
Hey, enough of that, enough of that,
Oh,
enough of that.
Watch
Enough of it.
television, watch television.
Yeah.
I speak just like television.
Well, you go on TV.
Not here,
You know,
Yeah.
twice.
you know,
Yeah.
okay, then.
Yeah.
Should we pray?
If you'd like to, but don't cuss.
Anyway, he sued the city of Collinsville and the city of, the county of Madison County. So he makes his living suing, and you hire him. How many people applied for the job? Where was it advertised? Is he a relative of any of you people?
It don't have to be.
What do you mean you don't have?
It don't have to
Professional services,
Yeah.
don't need to be
Professional services don't have to be advertised. That's township rule, or is that?
No, that's law, state law.
That's state.
State statute.
But it can be evidence. We wanted to.
So you decide to hire a lawyer, then you just hire your relative or whoever.
We could find a lawyer who's never sued anybody, I think that would be hard pressed.
Yeah. We're very happy with him, thank you.
Well, I'm not.
Well, then you got
I'm
your,
not.
you got your opinion, that's
I'm telling you my opinion.
and we let you speak.
I think that.
Thank you.
I think that you shouldn't have been hired.
Okay, thank you.
Anti.
Do you have anything else?
Yeah, I'd like to know more about this raise that you're gonna give everybody.
We haven't given them yet. We don't know when it happens.
How will I know it? There's no newspaper in the city.
Yeah,
Send me a
you got
letter?
that about right.
You're gonna send me a letter? Nobody knows what the hell is going on anywhere in Collinsville. Because there's no communication.
Thanks. on to general assistance. Yes, sir.
I just want to say I attended the meeting where Paul Welch chaired the meeting, and I wasn't being smart to say this is frivolous. I thought it was a joke that you would give somebody to sit in on one meeting $250. Those are my tax dollars.
We've been that for years, sir.
I don't. That don't make it right.
Right.
That don't make it right. This is the taxpayers' money. Then why have another attorney do it? If you get desperate, I will voluntarily do it for nothing.
He's a good one. He is a good one.
$250 worth, Terry.
Don't you have to live in the township, though?
He does.
Oh, you,
No.
oh, I didn't know, I mean, moving forward, though, for the attorney to preside over that, he was asking for our attorney to do it.
Oh,
Don't you have?
For the annual meeting.
Yeah, for the annual.
It's probably better for
Oh,
the annual meeting.
yeah, I thought it
Yeah, no,
had.
there's no requirement.
Oh, okay.
And he does. The gentleman that did.
No, the gentleman that did it, no, he said our attorney could have done it, but if he doesn't, like,
No,
the
I could,
township.
no, I absolutely could do it, and
Yeah.
I would do it if you asked me.
We never did ask our attorney to do it. Yeah.
Now we know.
Anybody else?
If you live in the township.
Yes, sir.
I want to talk, I'm Ralph Dorman, because Terry, you just said he's a good attorney. And he sued the city of Collinsville for Cheryl Brownwich, which Cheryl Brownwich resigned. And because of the cost, he got a settlement. You call him a good.
He was doing it for a resident.
You called him a good attorney. Don't interrupt me. I'm speaking. I got the floor. Do not
Yeah, but
violate
you
my
didn't say
first-
he did it
Do
for a
not
resident.
violate my First Amendment
I'm
right
not.
to speak. This
I'm
is
not.
public input.
Say what you
said
think.
he's a good attorney. I think he's a terrible attorney. He makes his money suing municipalities and governments. And that's my opinion, okay?
Thanks.
Okay, I want one comment.
Yeah.
What did these comments concerning Jack have to do with township building? I would like somebody to explain that to you. Doesn't have a hill of beans to do with it, just did.
Yeah. Thank you. Anybody
I
else?
think they're upset that he's an attorney.
Anybody else?
I don't care.
Well, you're paying him, what do you mean?
Okay. Moving on to general assistance bills, the GA bills. Can we get a motion on GA bills? Motion by Mike, second by,
Yes, Brandon.
second by Brandon. Any questions on the GA bills? If none, roll call.
Trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Colleen,
Aye.
trustee Hawkins,
Yes.
trustee Breyer, and supervisor Allen.
Yes. And the road and bridge fund bills,
Motion to approve.
motion, second. Okay. Any questions? Second by Dan.
And Brandon. Okay, trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Colleen,
Aye.
trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
trustee Breyer,
Yes.
supervisor Allen.
Yes. Moving on to the equipment fund. Nothing on the equipment fund. The town fund bills. On the town fund bills.
Motion.
Motion and a second.
Is Vicky here tonight?
Yes.
Okay.
We have a motion and a second on town fund bills. Can we get a roll call?
Trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Colleen,
Aye.
trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
trustee Breyer,
Yes.
supervisor Allen.
Yes. On correspondence, we got the Council Federal Order of the Police Line 103. We didn't have the amount there. Hey, Vic, was it 100?
Right, and since you just brought that up, Jerry, I would love to clear this up, because this came at a problem when you were gone, and I don't think you quite understood
Was it
what we were
$100?
trying
For what?
to say.
Yes,
One second.
sir.
Council Federal Order, return order.
Yes,
Yes.
it's $100. Okay.
So, on the, because you just said that you didn't have the amounts here, and I've always been arguing and pushing that I just want to see our bank balances to know where we stand, like.
Like your next page, don't you?
Okay, let me, hear me out just one second. So, on most of the previous meetings for the last year, at least we had the balances, okay? Then one meeting, I had no balances, okay? And that's why I was like, I can't, I don't know how much money we have. So then this meeting, same thing, we discussed actually before the meeting, I got in the email this that has no balances in here. I looked at all the bills and I'm like, they all look legit, they look fine. But then when I sat down, Dan said, well, now we get them like the day of if you come in. Is that how it works?
No, I just said, I got this tonight.
Tonight?
And that's it. I didn't get to see
Okay. My point is, it's hard for me to vote on something. That's where our number.
We'll have that part for you.
Oh, okay. Okay, let's just take 1 second, it's really worth it.
That's all right, go ahead.
It's really worth it, because, so we don't have to ever talk about this again. You know? My point is how is this gonna be done in the future? And what is the best way for this board to know what our balance is? I would suggest, because we were talking, and you seemed in agreement, that the agenda be one thing, because you're not supposed to be changing the agenda within, hold on, we're not supposed to be changing the agenda within 42 hours, 48 hours. It's been a long day. 48 hours. So, even though it's technically not changed, it is. It's a different agenda from what we're emailed and what we get tonight. It changes, okay? My point is, let's get the bank balances on a separate sheet. This could be the agenda.
Is your second sheet got it on?
No. It's all on the same page.
Derek,
No,
do
they're
you
not.
not have this worksheet?
Yeah.
This should be
Yes,
your.
that's what we got
that's what-
tonight. Tonight.
You should have gotten it with your
No.
email.
It's not in there.
This one here,
That has the balances as of the end of the month from the bank
is
statement.
this email to us?
Yes, it should have been.
I looked at the email before I came, May 4th, and this is
No, I
exact.
just got that one finished with all the.
Right,
CDs.
and when did that happen?
I just finished that
That's,
today.
no, we're
That
agreement
was
with
it.
that. We're agreement
Okay.
with that.
But you should have gotten this with the balance.
Mm-mm. This is what we got. This is what we got.
That's what you got from her. When I sent the bills
No,
out,
this is from you, Vicki. I can pull it on my phone.
whenever I sent this out, this should have been with the.
Yeah, it should have been with, if it isn't, we're sorry.
That's
You
what
don't
got
have
tonight.
email, Mike.
In my,
I know, tonight. My
No.
point is, we're not talking about tonight. I would like to look at this last week when I have time, instead of right when I get here and have
That
to
you're
vote.
not going to get every time, because the back page of that, I have to wait till I get the bank statements to verify the balance. So that's why.
We're down to
that-
the nitty gritty on that.
No, that's when you got that. You should have gotten this with your invoices.
I did.
You got this with your invoices?
No, I got this. I did
Yes,
not
that's
get-
what I'm saying.
Yeah, I get this.
No, that was from, that's the agenda. This is just a worksheet that came with your bill.
Okay.
So everybody got this that has the balances on it with the bill, okay?
I can show you afterwards what I'm talking about, because I don't want to waste time. Moving forward, what's the best way?
Well, I'd like to see us get one email with everything in it, if we can do that. Can't wait.
We probably can, but it may not be till like Monday afternoon or Tuesday. It depends on when the bills are all.
If it's Monday by noon, I'd be happy.
Right. I just want a second to look at everything.
There's nothing that would stop you from sending out what you have the Monday before.
Right.
And then as more comes in, they provide it as it's available.
That's fine.
Right.
But what-
There's no reason you can't come up with an ad hoc solution to this particular.
Right, because what happened last fall, it was 2 meetings in a row, we had the exact same balances, and it was like, nobody runs their house like that. I'm just being as a regular taxpayer, yeah, I mean, I guess you got enough, but don't even matter, so.
Right.
And then,
Thank you, Vicki.
I'll look at mine. I'll check mine.
If I didn't see that, I could last.
I see the first page, it's that, and so I'll check. So how are we gonna do it moving forward?
She said she can get it on there for you, ain't that what she said? I think she did. As much as she can, until the day up.
But I think it should be separate from the agenda. Would you agree, Dan?
Well, it has to be if it's not out by Friday.
Right, and lately, it's been the same. You know,
Well,
that's
the
good.
agenda.
And always feel.
I don't think,
Okay. Always feel free to call during the week. I know you used to all the time.
No,
Yes, you did.
no, I still do, but it doesn't work. I try all these games, I try emails. Anyway, I'm just trying to make it work.
That's fine. No, it's no problem. Go ahead.
I do need to speak because there is a new format. I've been going on vacation just like you, and when I come back, I'm informed there's a new format for minutes and a new format for agenda. and you are not going to have any figures.
So,
So,
Right. So, I mean, this is not,
I'm
well,
just telling
they
you.
could have a vote. They could have a vote if they wanted. I'm sure they can vote to change it.
hold on, so the point of the agenda not having figures is you can't put figures on it that has to.
Right.
And that was the whole point.
I understand. But there is going to be a new format and it's going to throw a lot of
But it's
questions.
nothing that we won't work with you
Well,
with, and if you got any questions, we can answer.
If you're talking about this, all of this is what used to be blended into the agenda. I said from meeting one, those numbers need to be put on a separate sheet of
Right.
paper. Because if they're not supposed to sit on Friday afternoon, technically, we can't bring them to the meeting.
Right.
These numbers can be brought, finished at 7 o'clock on the money.
That's if you.
I understand.
Okay. Well, we'll work on it for you.
All right,
Okay?
We're
We
a
will.
year, we're a year in, let's get it done.
Same finger pointed at you. I think he just wants
I just want you to know
numbers.
there's gonna be some changes.
Yeah.
I'm not
And
saying
who are
that
those
it
up to,
happened.
you or?
No,
Oh,
it was
okay.
handed to me.
Well,
I would love to know.
But we'll work on it, don't you worry.
We will look at them.
What do
Okay.
you want me to say here? Back to the bills.
There was not, we're trying to figure out how to get the numbers off the
We
agenda.
discussed the receipt, how we're going to receive the
numbers on the
balances
agenda.
and the bills and the invoices and the total bill amounts.
Is that a motion?
Well, she's asking how to write it.
What do you want to call it? Let's fix it now.
Okay, what do you propose?
You know, she said
1% at a time.
there's changes coming. And, I think Vicki probably needs to run them changes by each of us individually. Can't do it as a group,
Yeah.
okay? So she needs to run them by us, and, and we'll maybe look at the next meeting and see how they are. I mean, there was a form created about signing for your packets that we eliminated here. So we don't like that, we can change it. Right?
Yeah, anything can be changed.
We'll change it. We're trying to make it that work for everybody. We're not trying to create more work for you and less work for Vicki, more work for Vicki, less work for you. We're trying to make it work. We have all the information in front of us. And I understand where he's coming from, because the seminar we went to, that it used to be called not township trustees, but township auditors. We're just going to verify that bills are being paid, are correct and accurate. And that's all he's asking for. I can't disagree about wanting the balances for the accounts. I've been wanting them too.
Okay, so work. Anybody else? Okay, moving on under old business. Parking lot building maintenance, the, senior building and also the land we're trying to buy, probably will end up buying. Oh, the council. I thought we did. Did we? Okay, can we get a motion on, $100 to the council federal order of the police lodge 103?
Okay, motion.
Motion.
A second. Any questions? Then roll call. Thank you.
No? We didn't vote.
Trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Foley,
Aye.
trustee Hopkins,
Abstain.
Because he was a policeman.
Yes.
On the board.
supervisor Allen.
Yes.
I remember.
Yeah.
Um,
Okay. Now, the lot we're proposing to buy, and I think we will end up with it, in our building down there. We need some, work done. Go ahead.
I think this probably needs to be discussed in executive session.
Okay.
Yeah, we
don't-
spoke about this before, it's just better,
Yeah, and it's nothing
We're
serious.
trying to save the taxpayers dollars and.
Acquisition of property is discussed in private, and if we start telling them what problems we see, and what we.
No problem. We'll move on.
I'm not trying to
No.
shut you down, but I just think we don't need to talk.
Let's move on.
Thank you.
Okay. We have here a resolution the resolution says to dissolve cards. This is one.
I motion to table.
I'll second it.
A motion to table, second, roll call.
Hold on.
No,
Any
let's
questions?
discuss.
Have discussion. told that the city hasn't resolved all the negotiations with her. There's still things to be finished.
Right, did the city sign a resolution to dissolve CARD? No, you were shown it, or were you at the meeting?
I don't know anything
No,
about
yes,
it.
you were. It was the annual meeting. Ex-mayor Larry Gullidge came and showed you the actual resolution that Collinsville City passed unanimously to dissolve Collinsville Area Recreational District.
And I'm all for it.
My point.
As soon as the city settles everything with them and they get all the deeds transferred.
Pays
whatever.
stuff.
You know what, I mean, I don't know what's going on. I just said, I just asked a simple question. Is it
Right.
finalized? They said no. And you know what?
And
I
the
want to
reason,
live up to their end of the bargain. As soon as that's done, I'll make the motion to pass that resolution.
the reason that I say table it is, one thing as just a regular taxpaying American, I get upset when we're elected to represent our citizens, okay, and let them know what's going on. For over a year, I have been trying to get this board on board to help all of our citizens, especially in the township, where they don't pay city taxes. This will help them. It will lower their taxes. I guess this is the letter that came in the mail. I've given this board, I personally called you, everything that I can possibly give you. Every single board has done this. We've all said, you guys have stalled. So now at this point, let's be on record, you guys be on record, just doing nothing, because the time is up already. The time is now to get signatures.
But the city didn't finish up with theirs.
The city is absolutely done.
Not money-wise.
The city's, everything is handed over to the city. I don't know where he got his information, but it's another stall tactic, and we're done with stall tactics. Let's not even put it on
Then we're done.
the
We're
agenda.
motion on the-
Yeah, let's not even put it on the agenda.
Trustee Cox,
Yes.
trustee Foley,
Aye.
trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
trustee Breuer,
Yes.
supervisor Allen.
And just want to ask all citizens that are watching this to please help and sign the petition to lower your tax bill.
That's not rude.
We get squared away on down in the senior center. Oh, yeah, we didn't, you said we needed for you, no. Okay. Okay, going on to new business. On the budget.
Road district.
Road district first. Is there any question on the road district budget, proposed budget? If not, can we get a motion on it?
We can't vote on it.
So not the next week, that's right, not next 2 weeks.
Do you have any questions? I just didn't want to look. Okay. Well, I have questions.
Yes, sir.
I guess Kathy's here. And just a few, could be simple ones, on the road. Under expenditures on the maintenance, last year you had 526, 400.
Kathy?
Oh, sorry.
Larry?
Okay, well, either one, I'm sorry. And I'm sure it's an easy explanation, I just want to understand it, just as a regular tax, I feel like they deserve. So we were at, this is on expenditures, maintenance, 526, but now it goes, it triples, it goes up to $1,547,000.
Part of that has been at the, Lebanon Road project.
Okay.
That is included in that. And I moved it over to general fund instead of it being in the.
General Road Fund.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is the Lebanon Road project.
Right. Lebanon Road, Meyerwood, and I've included some, I'm not sure about the Troy Road budget, I've included some of it in it, but they said we might not pay any money out for phase 5 of that project. So we might not be paying out.
In like under commodities, and maybe you can help just explain to me, because I'm still new at this and learning always. The last 3 years we had 0, and this year we have 350,000.
That's just maintenance under the permanent road fund. Or maintenance under the general road fund. I don't know why Jim has it. See what he's.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't want it in the permanent road fund. We wanted to put the general road fund.
So it moved from where?
From permanent to general.
Okay. And so, and exactly 350.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And
So
that's-
this is a
that's
way
for-
to, I guess, is permanent like a restricted fund where,
Well, it has, restricted things that can come out of it, but we have more money in our general fund right now, so we're gonna
okay.
use the money from there, but that's why we went ahead and moved it all.
And
You needed more cash flow.
And on
Well,
the,
yeah.
and on the same page, we have road projects, because you upped it by $1 million on the other one for those 3, but then on this one, it's 750,000, where last year it was 0.
Okay, now when you're looking at expenditures here, this is for the whole,
Oh, I'm sorry, this
Like the-
is
when you're looking on the.
road project.
Okay.
This says road capital outlay.
Yeah, we didn't have it in there last year because we didn't.
This is that new account that
Uh-huh.
that
Right.
we created
Yes.
to try to get under that 2.5 years.
Well,
percent.
it's not created for that, we've had it there, we just had to,
Make a
put
new
that in.
account,
Right.
and this is like a restricted account for road projects.
Yes,
Okay,
that's the Lebanon Road, Meyerwood, and then Troy Road, is that.
okay, so
capital outlay.
road projects, and then the first page would be the maintenance.
Now that includes all the general fund, though.
Okay.
Okay,
So that includes that
administration is separate.
750, you're saying?
Yes, yeah.
Okay.
If you look at the bottom there,
Mhm.
it has total maintenance, and that includes all of the funds there. At the bottom is the $1,547,000.
Right,
Do you see that?
yes,
Okay.
okay. Okay, I think that helps.
All right.
Anybody else? Can we get a motion on the old bridge fund?
What are we, no, we're not doing bills, we're just discussing.
Oh, yeah, that's- I'm
We're just-
sorry.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
discussing the budget.
Is there anything else?
We got the business section.
Well, we're still on the budget, that was just the road and bridge.
Oh, okay, okay.
If it's okay to move on
Okay.
to, do you guys have questions about the general and? Okay. I'll just kind of go with it then here. So, if we move on, the IMRF, and for anybody that doesn't know, it's Illinois
Municipal
Retirement Fund. Maybe Jim, you could, what is our unfunded liability right now for that?
No idea, that comes up at the audit, they go
Right.
through that and stuff, but, that comes out of
But
the
we
state.
could,
I would say, if you ask me, I don't know how many millions of dollars it would be.
sheet
you know.
that I'm working off of here, the one that I got about this. So,
I think in the last audit, they have that amount in the foot.
right, but what I'm saying is, Illinois is not in good shape, we're in great shape.
Right.
But we are still, if it's a couple 100,000 or something, if everybody retired tomorrow.
Right.
Okay?
And that's the way they have to figure it.
Right.
You know, they.
Yeah, I
they do it
understand.
in a very conservative manner.
IMRF is totally separate from the state law.
I'm just saying the retirement for the state of Illinois, there's some debt going around. We're in good shape as this township. My question
Different
is,
debt. Theirs is with Sears.
okay, I don't want to use, all right,
State employees retirement system.
Okay.
This is Illinois Municipal Retirement Fund.
okay.
Totally different things.
So, my question is, we are getting, I guess it's estimated, or maybe it's exact figure, 95,190, all right? But we're putting in 60, yes, okay, this is in the property, we're taking property taxes, 95,000. But we're putting in 66,449. My question is, Why are we not putting in all of that we're getting in property tax towards the retirement fund? Why are we just holding on to $28,000?
The amount that you pay is based upon your salary. The employees that are covered by IMRF for the road fund.
Right.
Now, ask me, I really can't say why there's a difference. Now, the levy, that was approved
right
back in December, you know, and that's the $96,222.
You give the board and folks advice.
Right.
The more we can pay into that, it's better, right? If we're taking 95,
right.
Why wouldn't we pay that down, that interest down? Why? And this is a restricted fund.
Right.
You can't pay on any. You can't use this to go buy flowers. You can't do nothing with it.
You can't transfer it.
You cannot transfer it. We don't want to get in trouble like we have before, building up these cash things where we're against the law. Why can't we put that all towards IMRF that we're getting, that we've levied?
You're talking about levies, then, we only have 69 budgets.
We had 66, yeah.
Okay, first of all, we only pay IMRF according to what our wages are, okay?
Right.
If we have extra and we would like to put into that at the end of the year, we can do that.
Okay, so.
That's something totally separate from what we need for our.
Okay, and so in 6 months, we can always amend the budget and add more.
Right.
Okay.
You could say, hey, we want to put
Or
25 or 20,000 to that IMRF like we've done before.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is we just don't send them a lump sum.
No.
It's a percentage of what they work.
It's every.
And the state
every
determines every year what our
Right.
percentage is.
Once a month, correct, and they send us what our percentage is.
Right.
We have gotten
It's
to where.
a moving target.
Right, and our percentage was really high, and it's coming down a little bit, the difference.
The difference there.
But we don't know till the end of, we won't know till the end of.
If two people retire,
Right,
but you just have one retire,
right,
so we don't know whether it could be adjusted.
exactly, it's all a guessing
Thank you.
game on
I just
that.
want to make sure I'm clear on that, because you were saying maybe something.
Yeah, I know what he's saying, he's saying
You're talking
property,
about-
if we get all of our property tax, we don't always get it, we're like, that's what I'm thinking.
in the general fund,
Are you still on road and bridge, or you on?
no.
Okay.
Mm-mm, no, and thank you for that help.
You're welcome.
But we do have
Um,
a contingency fund that we have for
Right.
that payment at the end of the year if we need necessary.
Okay. On the general fund, office salaries, it goes up 30.3%, or right around $50,000. I emailed you the question about the salaries, and then you pointed out that that was for the senior center, Cinda, and our new hire, the director. But that only adds up to about $25,000. Where's the rest of this 30% salary? It says salaries, office, up 30% on this salary, on this budget. Oh, Terry?
Let's be on that one.
Okay,
Can
I'll
you-
make it.
That's it, right second. Yeah.
Okay, there's in the budget, in your budget, you have a 30% increase in office salaries. Okay? I'm asking, and like one of the speakers said, I can't vote for something if a senior's only got a, 2% raise in the last 3 years, over 3 years. I can't vote for something and give folks big raises when seniors don't get it. That's what I'm saying, and I'm just trying to figure out where this 30%, or is that you're just wanting to give folks raises in your office? If
We're
that's
just trying
fine,
to-
just tell me.
We're trying to bring these people up to like, to the assessor's office, right? And it's not even bringing them up to the assessor's office, you know. What
But
they
you-
make. Did you know that?
Well, I'm gonna get the assessors, because they also have a pay raise in here. But I just feel like, again, with the health insurance that the employees have, okay? Like I said at the meeting, I think they do a great job. I'm all for them. I wanna make this township so good where people love township government, all right? My point is, when the public, I'm telling you, if they see a 30% pay raise in 1 year, and their grandpa, or possibly them, hold on, I didn't get that, and that's my tax dollars. It doesn't look good, and I can't vote for it. I'm trying to figure out, and I think they're all paid fairly.
Do you really think we're all?
Did you see the difference?
I do.
Did you
Have
see
you
the
seen
difference?
the difference between the employees and the officers?
Yeah.
Okay. So, anyway, so.
You vote for a 20% raise already,
When's that?
when you voted in this rate.
No, I absolutely did. I absolutely did, and let that be on record, because I was the one, Dan and I, we both agreed, that, that senior center, the very first day that I was elected, that was one of my number one things, is to get Al a raise, because I thought that was crazy, the amount of hours.
We gave the new director a raise.
We did,
Right.
right. But Al never got the raise, you know, and so my point is.
for that.
Right, we did give them a raise, and they deserve it, but nothing against the officer, that they make even above what she makes, and so, I can't be for that, Terry. The other, this is a big one to me, salaries of elected officials. I'm guessing this is you,
It's all of you.
I'm not voting for myself a raise, I'm sorry.
You're not getting a raise.
You're not getting a raise,
That is
yeah.
just an even budgeted amount of
Yeah.
235 rather than 234, 4.
We won't get money for,
It's just an even amount.
But then why, but,
Because there was a difference in when Pete gets a raise in January. So he got a raise before the other board, before you guys took
and this
office.
is general, this is not assessors. Assessors also has a 4.1.
This is elected officials, is what you're talking about.
Oh, okay, gotcha,
All
you're right.
the
All
elected. It's not
Gotcha.
separating out from
I
one office.
understand.
It's
Understand.
Larry, it's Terry, it's you guys, it's Pete, everybody. Pete gets his raise in January, so that made a difference in the salary there.
Okay.
Otherwise, and then when Pat left, and it was just the money, he got paid money while he wasn't here.
Well,
So-
he only missed a couple meetings and then he resigned, but, my point is,
But that's why there's a difference there.
I mean, we would have had to pay some, there was never so you're
I'm
saying
talking
basically
about Pete, yes,
Pete
the
is
difference
getting a raise.
He did last year, he's not gonna get another raise, no.
you got another gentleman wants to speak. Yeah.
On the elected official salaries, we did not get no raises by law, okay, until we have to.
That's what I thought.
We'd have to vote for it, and the next incoming people would get it. I'm not voting for any raises, okay? But just because it's budgeted, doesn't mean we're gonna get it in that way, okay? Okay?
And that's 3 years
Because
from
we're
now.
only allowed to get what's available to us by law. We cannot get more than what's, I mean, if somebody's going to jail.
No, and my whole
Yeah.
point is, if they're not getting it, there's no need to put it in the budget. I'm trying to streamline things, there's no, and if you're going to give people a raise, that's fine, you can say that too. I just want to be, this is what tonight is
So you
for,
want
to discuss.
$592 taken out of the elected officials' budget, is that what you're saying, off of that amount, budgeted amount? Instead of making it even around
No,
to 235, you wanted to come back down to 234.
No, last year, it was 224. This year, it went up
234.
right, last year was 224. Budgeted, 224.
Where did you get that?
This is what I've been emailed.
That's what I gave, I had the, last 3 years' budget,
Well, this
the
one
last
says
3 years
234 on my
actual,
budget.
and then the budget
The
for the
actual.
coming year.
He's working on levy.
No, I'm working off what I just
Yeah.
got. I mean, I'm telling you, I went through these numbers.
Do you not have this? Do you not have this budget, this proposed budget?
Yeah, I do it in front of me here. This is what I got at the last meeting. You guys go, here's the budget. I took some time, went all through it, tried to figure out, tried to ask you some questions.
Okay. We didn't, I told you to come up here and email me, and
I
I know
sure
you
did.
asked me where it was published, and I told you the Troy paper.
And I asked about the raises.
And I have nothing to do with the races.
Exactly.
GA, he handles
That's
GA
all we're
totally.
talking about. Mhm.
This is what you need to be looking at. This is the proposed budget. This is the actual ordinance.
And so what you have in there is 234.
Yes, 234, 408.
Okay, all right. My point is, last year it was 224. That's up
what it
5%.
Last year.
Actual.
The actual is 234. That was.
Budgeted, okay, gotcha, 234, 235. Okay, so we budgeted too less, and then he got a raise.
Yeah, at the very beginning of
Gotcha.
the year before you guys, yeah.
Gotcha, that answers my
Okay.
question.
Where does he get his raise from? Is it by state law or how is it, where's the assessor get his raise from?
It's the same across the board, but he doesn't get it until January of the following year. The elected officials get,
term.
his starts in January as far as his term.
Okay.
So that's why
He was
this,
elected in April, and then he didn't start.
yes, he doesn't get it, yes, and that's how it works.
I learned something new.
And,
What else do you have?
the general assistance, and we talked about this last time, this is all under your control. This is one person's salary, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
No,
Stay here,
sorry.
Vic, you get that back.
That budget amount is for the general assistant, social worker, plus an additional person if needed. If there was something that would happen,
Mhm.
that we would have to hire somebody part-time, there is a little bit of money set aside in that.
So,
And that's how it's been for a while.
because what I have on mine, again, it's up 17.5%. And you had mentioned that you were going to give her a raise. I'm just wanting to know.
All my employees.
Okay, and I would just like to know, I can't vote, I would like to know, I think that the board deserves to know what that raise will be before we vote on the budget. That's my request, it doesn't have to be, but I'm just telling you where I stand.
Yeah,
Okay.
I understand.
And I just gotta bring this up because we talked about this big time last year, and it seems like everybody was in agreement, but the year before last, remember that 19% went to help people, the rest went to administrative costs, because general assistance is kinda supposed to be what it sounds like, general assistance, okay? It's a program in place that we collect taxes and help people. My point is, the only people really we've been helping is our own, because the year before last, only 19% of the overall cost went to help people.
Yeah.
80% went to administrative costs.
But if you
Any charity, that doesn't look good. So we were hoping to get better this year. Doesn't look like it.
We are
This
getting,
year,
okay, Derek, let me explain a little bit about GA. Even
That's
though
right,
Terry
go
has
ahead.
total control of this, this is nothing to do
and I'm
with-
not down in.
That's
No,
right.
I'm just saying the board
Listen
has
to her
nothing to make as far as decisions with GA. The supervisor totally has control of all of it. But what we have done, we've upped the amount that we assist people. And if there's an additional person in the house, they get a percentage. They get like 10%, so they get another $50 if we're helping to pay bills. The problem we're having is people come in here. She spends 2 or 3 days filling out all this paperwork, getting them all lined up. They're supposed to come in once a week and sign off. And when they sign off at the end of the month, Mr. Strauss or whoever the landlord is gets checked.
Right, and that's
Okay?
what I've talked to a lot of landlords, and they say, hey, it's kind of a joke. I get that check, all right, knowing the next month they're gonna be kicked out. It doesn't even really help
No,
them.
we can't kick them out of GA.
No, you're
Once-
not doing
Once
that.
they're in there, we cannot actually kick them out of GA, as long as they come in and sign off on the paperwork like they're supposed to.
My point to the statement is, we as a board, we've gotta figure out something with this. It's not working. It's not assisting people.
But the
All
state
it's-
has a restriction on this. This is the part you're not getting. The state has it restricted to the point where we can't do anything other than what we're doing right now.
Do we have to do that amount? So you're saying we have to pay
was
that
a-
office salaries $100,000 in
We're not
administrative
paying-
costs?
We're not paying $100,000.
In administrative costs, in the whole
But
thing?
administrative costs, that's everything.
Right,
You're looking at the whole
in
picture.
general assistance.
Yeah.
Right.
As far as like, okay, if she does food, if she does, Walmart cards, if she does any of that, all that comes under administrative,
My point is,
okay?
there's 100 and this last year that we just came out of, there was $130,000 spent, $70,000 went to administrative, and $31,000 went to helping people. My point is, if you have a charity out there, that's not a good charity, and I just
What I'm trying to tell
I want to
you
get
is-
this board to come up with an
Okay,
idea.
What I'm trying to tell you is the state has our hands tied. We can only do so much. We have to do the paperwork, we have to follow the rules, we go by all the rules, we do everything the state says, and that's all we can do. But the only thing is,
I think we can do more.
I understand you keep saying that, but maybe you should go to your state, go to the governor then, and have him change the rules. But the thing of it is,
Okay,
with
let
all
her
this,
finish her sentence then.
is once we start helping people, and they don't wanna help themselves, and then we're stuck. So that's why the money's sitting there, is because they don't follow through. They don't wanna come back and do the work. They don't wanna sign off on the paper. They don't wanna go out and maybe look for a job or.
But are
they
you
can't work.
saying that, like, say, the Edwardsville Township, they're mandated by the state to pay a big administrative cost and not give out anything. Is that what you're saying?
They have to have a social worker that can handle all the
No, what I'm
paperwork
saying
and
is
be certified.
we control what we pay Yenny. We control a lot of things, our administrative
We
costs.
control what-
Terry controls that.
We made the decision about what we pay the people that we help.
My point
At
is,
one point,
I
it was
just believe,
200, now it's 500.
we're off the thing. My point is, I just believe, as a board, maybe we can do it in executive session on a different day. If we could come up with a better way, if it is, I bet you we could find volunteers to help out. And if we're only giving out $30,000, why have to pay 70 of the taxpayers' dollars to give out 30? It doesn't make any sense.
Derek, it has to be somebody that is certified, somebody that's went to classes, somebody that knows the job and has the qualifications.
Yeah, she's not only a college education, she's got the expert.
Dan, I'm sorry, what did you want?
Nope, I'm just gonna,
Go ahead, Dan, nothing?
I mean, tonight we paid out 38.14. Now, I don't know what part of that salary, what part is,
$1,200.
No, then there's
Salary.
probably some health insurance and stuff
Okay,
in there.
25, okay. 25, I'm just trying to make them. But,
But whether the township's here or not, the only thing that's still gonna be here is GA. GA is the last man standing, no matter what.
I'm not,
We're
I
all
wanna
rich,
help
we're all
people, that's
gone,
what I'm
but-
trying to say, we can do a better job.
But you gotta understand this, she tried to say it, if the people don't do what they're supposed to do, then we cut them off. If they don't do what they're supposed to do, we have to cut them off.
Right, I got it. Just based on tonight's amount without the salary of the person, we gave out, what was it, 25, 23 tonight. 26 times a year, our 2 meetings a month. That comes out to about almost 66,000.
I know, but your analogy doesn't add up to what the
Just saying.
pre-audit, I guess, does.
But regardless, I agree with you. To give away 30,000 like we did the year before, and it cost us 75,000 for the cost, that we are required by law to vet these people. We have to have somebody fill out all that paperwork, and watch them do it. I mean, I don't agree with it either. There's certain charities I won't donate to because of the misbalance, but we're required by law to have somebody vet these people.
I'm not against betting them, I'm against the high administration, cost to reward, I guess, is what you would say. And so, as a board, this is off the budget.
I don't disagree with you.
And we've gotta figure something out, because I don't want this next year. I thought it was gonna be figured out this year,
But then on the other hand, if the journals wouldn't watch it so tight, to make sure that people are doing what they're supposed to do, if they do what they're supposed to, be a hell of a lot more money going out.
Well, yeah, but if they relax, we could probably get that balance out. But that's not what we're looking for either.
No, I mean, I wanna actually help people, not talk about it. That's what I want.
But they still gotta go by the rules, else you guys are yelling at us.
Gotcha.
Well, the state would,
Yeah.
the state would audit it.
I'll
and
look
would
more
not
into
approve
it, find out exactly how it.
We're telling you the truth.
Well, that's pretty much how it is.
Okay, so I guess that's my biggest questions is, again, those pay raises, and just to, I guess, follow up, I would just like to know what your plan is then for the office employees with pay raises, and just let us know, before, because if it's gonna be in the budget, it's only fair for the taxpayers to know what the plan is. And don't be shy about it, just say, this is the plan.
I'm not being shy, what I'm just trying to do is bring them up to what our next door neighbors get. See, I can't question what people let it pay these people. You see what I mean?
Right, but I'm questioning the general, or the officer, I'm questioning what you pay your people.
That's what I'm saying, and I'm trying to get it to a reasonable in between.
Okay, well, you know where I stand.
Okay,
Okay.
and do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, I do.
Okay, okay. Okay. Does anybody else have anything?
Gatsby, visible.
Are we on here?
Resolution for Gatsby.
Okay. Resolution on Gatsby.
It should have been. Did you not have it before? You should have had it last time, the time before.
I'm sorry, we went on so long, I just moved on. Okay.
Oh, the balance sheet. Oh, yeah.
Not up to date balance, but it will be.
This is last week.
Yeah, we don't do it till the end of the meeting.
I heard it.
Harvey, you got a question? Young man, you got a question?
No, I was just asking.
Moving on.
Well, we have resolutions that we have.
Okay, can we get a motion on
We
We gotta,
It's just formality, it's county principles.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, the county principles that we have to adopt. Right, it's required that we adopt a resolution. That the county.
Part of the
principles-
audit. They want you to
Part of
do it
the
every
audit,
year.
part of what he does has to be according to Gadsby typically.
I won't-
City's got a different one.
I won't motion to table it because I don't have all the information, but we'll go on.
I want to know what the occupancy is. Both the same.
I'm actually, I don't have to sure.
Thank you.
here's my,
Right.
numbers. Well, okay, you guys have any questions on this?
No,
You want somebody to explain it, so everybody knows? Yeah.
It's pretty much a resolution of the Township Board of Trustees committing funds as necessitated with the GASB 54, which we have to have this for our auditors. Pretty much it just states which funds are restricted and which funds are committed for resources for certain projects.
Right, and we knew this, and this, we had a, yeah, general assistance is restricted.
last year's numbers pretty much.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, it's last year's numbers
Okay.
that we approved now for the
And is this
audit.
something
for the
new?
audit.
Yeah.
Something new?
No.
No, every year.
Oh, we do this, right, okay. All right.
I'm good. We have a motion?
I'll motion to approve it.
I'll second it.
We got a motion and a second. Any questions? None, roll call. Take your time.
Oh, yeah.
You see your book.
Trustee Cox,
Yes.
Trustee Foley,
Aye.
Trustee Hopkins,
Yes.
Trustee Boyer,
Yes.
Supervisor Allen.
Moving on. The bid opening for the road and bridge on the Meyerwood subdivision.
We only received one bid on that.
Did you just hear that, phone?
Only one bid?
That's all we got. It was advertised. Chris Brothers Asphalt.
A good company. Did the amount earlier.
Drum roll.
Hold on. I thought you had it.
No. Do you want to read it?
Oh, it's in the whole one we had from the-
This is for Meyerwood subdivision, which is off 162, outside of Maryville.
Which is Council Township.
I know.
I'm gonna see if it adds up to this budget about now. It's just three projects.
Oh, this is huge, so they can think.
I mean, we're not voting on this or anything tonight.
We don't vote on it. Oh, no.
Right.
We don't have to vote on it
So,
anyway.
Yeah.
$119,490.58.
For all of it?
That's for all.
Okay.
cheap.
That
Is
sounds
that
good.
good?
It's a little bitter.
Let's don't question it.
We're doing it in 3 years. Last year we did a stretch. This year we're doing a stretch, and next year we'll complete it. By the end of the month.
Okay. Moving on, unless somebody else got something else on that? Okay. Any other business that should come before the board?
I'll just comment that the new senior director
Oh, yeah.
started Monday, April, with housing.
If she wanted to be here tonight, she
Yeah.
couldn't.
I went down Monday and welcomed her to the job. She told me the flagpole's broke and they fixed it, so I did. And,
We did.
yeah, phones up, yeah, phones up, I fixed it. But, you know, just kind of gave her a welcome, and she seems very energetic and enthused, and she's looking to start some new programs, so let her get her, you know, let her get her feet wet, get trained.
She's the lady from, works at Alton area. Yeah.
I was up there today and she's,
Ridiculous.
she's,
You're ridiculous.
yeah, we gotta get that.
Okay.
I think she'll do an excellent job.
Uh-huh.
Is there anything else? Should come before the board. Moving on, nobody from the assessor's office here tonight? Road commissioner, you got anything else, sir? Sure, has nothing else.
There was enough on one night.
Can we have a motion to adjourn? Motion to adjourn.
Okay.
Second.
Brad,
Who is first?
I'll make it.
all in favor?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, when you
You got a first and a second?
I wanted to
Did you have a first and a second?
I did, I've
Okay.
got, Mike Prince.
Sorry,
Okay.
hold on, I'm worried about your toes. I'm pretty sick, I'm like,
Sure.
I got a big cushion chair between
Want me to put it in your
Thanks for coming. Thank you all for being here.
Thank you.
You want to tape it or?
It's done today, I show up tomorrow. Turn this paperwork and
Is that it right
What
there?
time so bad?
Sorry, still working every day, 4 days a week.
Oh, gosh.
I think they.
Compared to county meetings, this is a cakewalk. You guys, it's a fun time, you know?
Well, good.
What a thankless job y'all have.
Well, this is down here. You're the lowest level, but it's one of the biggest.
No, I was playing downstairs,
It's
overall,
pretty
my
good stuff
kid.
done. I know it. I'm Kelly Tracy. I'm just a political nightmare.
I'm trying to get everybody.
I just love this.
Thank you.
I do. I just love it. I just love it.
Are you happy with
I'll be out there. All right. Good to see you.
I just want to know what it is.
Amanda?
Oh, yeah, they better like it. Work your ass off.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Yeah, oh,
Hey.
one of them,
I know he's late. Yeah.
Find me a lawyer who has a suit.
I was just like.
That's what they do.
Why would you said I'm going to
Last thing you wanna do is hire a guy that knows that.
You know what? He won all his cases, so I guess that's who we want working for him.
And for who all still here,
Hey, what, did you get on the Carter
for all of you that are still here, our lawyer didn't sue the city and all that.
Who did all
The
the
person he was
all that?
Representing.
represented.
Countertops now too, though.
Yeah.
Amanda.
Huh?
Junior quote. I mean, there's times that we wanna do the floor, but.
Not there.
I mean, we, you know.
Came in, I asked him, he said no, I don't have.
I see him up there and
We'll figure out, well,
somebody dropped a pin here.
It might just be a.
Anyway.
I can't remember mine.
Out to the-
Well, it's just a newspaper.
Oh, yeah, they were doodling on this.
Thank you. Yeah. All right, back.
Bye-bye.
About 9. You did wonderful. Too much.
I don't even know my own buddy, no drinking buddy.
See, we got. Big company comes in, so we got proof all the way around, and we're up at a board. Yeah, yeah.
We're just talking about God, make him have a handler and let them learn.
Yeah.
Boy, we, make him some money.
Oh, me and Cloudwood's over here, oh my God. See, that was Frank's.
Really?
Hey, his aunt was married to, what's his name?
Ken Larson?
No, the first
Not
owner.
Pat. Oh, I don't know.
What was his name?
Well, I don't know the first owner.
Yeah, anyway.
When I was in the first car back in '76, eventually I argued with him. But I went, MG, midget,
Could have been, yeah.
And I go, I'm not interested. It don't matter. Get in there and drive my
That's right. I gotta sell something, right?
Here, have a great.
Shot the token, Camaro. Boy, there were some salesmen that were better than me, they could talk people into that shit.
Midget, MG, or whatever it was, little two-seater. We went to your house, that's when you brought Portland.
Yeah, right,
And,
yeah.
you had a tab
Yeah.
on your, in your refrigerator.
Oh, yeah, stayed there.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, and stay coat on.
Yeah, that's why you went right there.
Why don't you agree? Go get her.
Good deal. Get yourself caught up. Get your head on right, get your money. If you can't, but if you can, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Thank you, you did a wonderful job.
Okay.
Thank you, sir. Yeah.
I know I was watching you.
No.
No, that. And it's like, where does it come from?
No. I think that we have some well-educated people.
There's a lady. Aren't you glad to say what the attorney said? Four of us were employed, another one supervisor's wife, so there was only one person out there, and that was his wife, kept going in and out.
Then probably cut down.
All of my things, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I should probably teach him. No, it's not by having tea. Having tea, it's like a tea, no bite, no march, no march, no march. Just having lessons like a tea. Oh, he's good, he's just being a jack. Okay, so you done.
Look how much you enjoy it. Where'd you ever have this much fun?
What, he doesn't want his book, he doesn't want his book, so he doesn't have to know.
Yeah, ain't that the truth?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Galen,
Galen.
he didn't take his book because he doesn't want to know what your job is.
Yeah.
He leaves his stuff there all the time, he never takes it.
And I'm not saving it for him.
He complains to moms and girls he didn't get it, but when Dan pulled that up on the phone, and Brandon pulled up the phone, I thought, you guys done it.
Yeah, she showed me. That's a dude.
Oh, so there was another one last year, so I'll get it tomorrow. And we
I
got
just leave it on top here, wherever you want to put it.
I'm gonna throw these in the.
You're a hell of a woman. Much as I yell
That
at
in
you.
the, okay, thanks.
Okay. Well, you enjoy that.
Oh, sure. I don't know what I would do without it.
I put it up on our smart TV, on my smart TV. And I did a little bit on my phone. Our speakers on my phone. Our speakers, I had a button on my phone. Oh, yeah, on the smart TV that we put on, that I gotta call them. Okay, my phone. Maybe. No, it does.